Namaste everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. Today's video is going to be an answer to one of the comments about to make a video on how do we study in-laws of an individual, right? So today we are going to use all the information about how do we analyze our relationship with the in-laws. Okay, but before that, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, if you would like to have your personal readings from me, you can check out the link in the description box, www.anmollastrology.com. Under the readings and unique reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. And under the courses section, you can sign up or purchase online course, right? Now, let's get back to this topic. So, initially, the house of in-laws is the eighth house, but we have specific houses to represent, what is going to be our relationship with the in-laws, their financial status as well, and specifically a deeper understanding of the relationship. For that, I would like to open a chart. So I'm going to take a random Prashna chart, right? Just 1 second. My software is opening. Okay. Right. So yeah, right. This is the Prashna chart, right? So let's assume this is a chart of an individual and we are going to study about their in-laws. Whenever I get a question about a person asks that how their relationship is going to be with the in-laws or how are they going to be, I straight away refer to the eighth house for them, right? I will show you all my techniques today regarding sorry regarding this concept. So if someone asks me that how their relationship is going to be with the in-laws or what is their financial status, I refer to the eighth house. Now, since we have Sun and Mercury in the eighth house, I know for this individual, their in-laws are going to be very rich individuals. They're going to have good amount of money and presence in the society. Then I see sin that is because of Sun and Mercury. Whenever the Sun and Mercury, that makes a Buddha Ditya Yoga, right? Having in the eighth house, that gives wealth to the partner's family, right? But if we talk about the relationship, we have to see the degrees of the two. Since we have Mercury as the lowest degree, and in the sign of Cancer, I know I am going to have a this person is going to have a very, very emotional relationship and emotional communications with the spouse's family. So the relationship is going to be quite fun loving. This person is actually going to acknowledge their emotions when it comes to their in-laws and their interaction with the in-laws. If Sun would have the lower degrees and Mercury would have the higher degrees, I would have said that the relationship with the in-laws can have a bit of ego issues or power struggles. Although I would say that this individual will have a very dependable relationship with the in-laws, but with Sun being at the lower degrees can actually affect the relationship in a negative way because it can give you, actually taking up your bottling up your emotions with the in-laws because it is being very dominated from their side because of presence of Sun. But with Mercury as the lower degrees and in the nakshatra of Pushya and Sun is in Ashlesha, definitely there is some sort of manipulation there. But this manipulation can be more towards the communication, more towards in a good way, right? Like they are trying to pamper you, they are trying to take care of you, but maybe you are an aggressive individual, and that this individual would be because they are a Sagittarius ascendant with the ascendant lord going into the sign of Gemini. So the aggression doesn't have a direction for them. That's why they are going to handle you in a very sweeter way, Okay, now the Lord of the eighth house we have to see, so as to see the complete picture with the in-laws. So Lord of the eighth house actually goes into the fourth house and gets conjunct with Saturn, which is the Lord of the second and the third house. Again, we know that in-laws are basically going to provide comforts to this individual because they are going to be super rich, they are going to be wealthy, they are going to be hardworking and spiritual in nature as well. But because of the dynamics, or because of the traditions, the rules of the house, because of the, the status of the in-laws, this person is going to feel a lot of pressure. It's like that they are living with a scarlet letter. They have a lot of money from the in-laws, they have every sort of convenience and comforts from the in-laws, but they do not have the authority. They feel the pressure of responsibility of keeping up their status, for keeping up in the society according to the in-laws. So that is a mix and blend of relationship that we see. First we refer to the eighth house, then we refer to the eighth lord's condition. Now again, we also have the aspect of Mars over Saturn and Moon. This means that there is some point of criticism, judgments, and overly criticalness that does come in from the in laws, because of which this person feels quite conflicted. But since their moon is associated with Saturn, they have developed a habit of staying cold with their emotions when it comes to the domination of in-laws, because of the traditions and society and societal status towards this individual. Okay, so that's the first step. Now secondly, if this person asks me that specifically how my relationship is going to be with the mother-in-law, then I'm going to refer to the 10th house first. So the first, like, the first meeting, the first expression, the first, what do we call it, I don't know why I'm forgetting the words, the first impression of the mother-in-law is going to be the 10th house. So since we have Mars in the sign of Virgo, this person's mother-in-law is definitely a person who pinpoints and who nitpicks on slightest of things and just says that bluntly on the face, that, oh, this the salt was so much less in the food. And they have a habit of just pinning pointing everything, even though the person is giving their 100 and 200%, but they just have to take out any nooks, they have to take out any problem, because they observe a lot, they give so much attention to the details, and then can get frustrated if it is not perfect. That is going to be the kind of relationship. Then if this person asks me the specifically about their father-in-law, I am going to refer for the first expression and for the basic nature of the father-in-law to the third house. I know there is Rahu in the third house, so I know this person's father-in-law is a very, very smart man. He has made this wealth by working really hard and working really smart. And this, it's a very, very active, with Rahu in the sign of Aquarius, this is a very active and extremely practical father-in-law that this person is going to have. Along with that, see, the Lord is also conjunct with Saturn in the fourth house, so definitely this person is going to have a very, very practical, cold, distant father-in-law who is all about work, business, earning money, and his own benefits. So that is very much visible here. Right now, if someone asks me that, tell me that how my relationship is going to be once I start living with them. Now this happens over a period of time. This is going to happen mostly with females, because they go and start living with the in-laws. Or this could even happen even if you are not living with the in-laws, but your marriage has happened and it has taken some time, like it has been 6 months, it has been 1 year, or more than that. Then definitely your Navamsha is going to start playing out. Ninth house of your Navamsha is going to tell you the relationship with your mother-in-law. The third house of your Navamsha is going to tell you the relationship with your father-in-law. So this, what I discussed basis on the D1 chart, this was their nature on the whole with everyone, their existing nature that has been there. Now, within Navamsha, it is going to address what is going to be the nature once you develop a bond with them. Either you're living with them or you're not living with them, but you develop a bond with them. That is. That is Navamsha. Now, you would see that over a period of time, your father-in-law now have actually become your favorite person. He has, your third house has Mercury in the sign of um, Libra and in the nakshatra of Chitra. That means that your father-in-law has become very protective over you. Your father-in-law always tries to manage the relationship within the family and helps you with a communication, helps you with a balance, teaches you something grateful, something very good. Right, so the relationship with definitely with the father figure or with the father-in-law is going to improve, and there is definitely going to be a very communicative relationship within this person and their father-in-law. Now if we talk about the mother-in-law, on the contrary, the mother-in-law is actually going to be the strict one. She is never going to, you know, address or give value to your opinion, because we have Jupiter and Venus in the sign of Aries in the ninth house. That means that your mother-in-law developed a very independent relationship from you. And since it is Jupiter and Venus, right, she will try to always teach you something. She will try to always tell you something: do this, do that, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. And you are going to have different opinions. So there is a clash that I see with the mother-in-law, a very strong clash rather, right, with this very competitive very competitive relationship between the two people. Okay, but definitely your experience with your mother-in-law is actually going to give you the wisdom of your life. That is also what it shows. So that's how you specifically see the in-laws, then the mother-in-law and father-in-law. Now, suppose if you want to see the younger sibling of your spouse, you have to refer to the ninth house. So there might not be any younger sibling of your spouse. Either they are not at all there, your spouse is the elder one, or there's a very distant relationship with them. So maybe they are living overseas, maybe they are living a far away place. But most probably with Ketu in the ninth house, your partner is going to be the eldest one, and they might not have the younger sibling. And for their elder sibling, you have to study the fifth house, and it will also reflect your relationship with their elder sibling. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I think I must have mistaken something. So yeah, the younger sibling of this person is going to be from the ninth house. So in this case, yes, in this case they are going to be the eldest one. But but if there is no, like, there is not Ketu in the fifth house, so they are going to have an elder sibling, definitely. So their relationship with you is going to be competitive. And since Mars goes into the 10th house in the sign of Virgo, we already discussed. So it is going to be the one person who is going to back up the mother, your mother-in-law, and be against you or be a competitive one towards you. So that's the one who is involved with the mother-in-law. That's the catch here. Okay. So that's how we see our relationship with them. And one more thing, one more question I hear about a lot. And that is that if this person asks me that how my partner's relationship is going to be with my family, that is also one important question people do ask. Now, what will we do? We'll take the 7th house as the ascendant and then check the 8th house from there. It's number 10. So definitely your spouse has to work hard, or has to give his hard work, his actions, and has to prove themselves in front of your family, because your family definitely are going to be very supportive of your partner. But at the same time, they will be the one to criticize him or her as well. The Lord is going into the 10th house, conjunct Moon. Again, this shows that they are also the people who are very much involved into society and societal work, and are very restricted and disciplined and skilled with their expertise or how their presence is in the society. And also this shows that your family is going to be a little bit orthodox, and that orthodox nature is going to come out towards your spouse as well. So this is one way of looking at it. And there is one more technique from which I see how this person's partner's relationship with their family is going to be, is through Upapada Lagna. So I will derive the Upapada Lagna for this individual, which is going to be Cancer ascendant. So from Cancer ascendant also, I'm going to judge the 8th house. So again, practical, distant relationship with the spouse's family. So your family will have such a kind of relationship with your spouse. And of course, your family is orthodox, they are traditional, they would expect a lot of things from your a spouse to follow a certain manner, a certain type of you know criteria, maybe based on their spirituality and their beliefs, right? So those are the techniques, these are the techniques that I usually follow in my consultations whenever I have to predict how the relationship with in-laws and particularly with every person is going to be. So in fact, you can use all of these things in your own chart and analyze your relationship with your in-laws and your partner's relationship with your family as well. Okay, guys. So I hope this was insightful and it gave you a lot of information, right? So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.